All right, well, here we go. Well, first of all, it's an honor to be on here with you guys tonight. I don't take this lightly. You're going to invest a little time into you from your life into this Zoom with me tonight. And my hope and desire is to add value. I want to help you guys to grow your business. Just so you know, I did one of these for my own organization, my own personal business team last week. This one is for folks that are not in Legal Shield, not in my team. This is for all of you. I know we've got people that are patching in right now from not just United States, not just North America. We've got people overseas that are listening into this. And my aim is to just always try to help you all in growing your business. Because look, at the end of the day, you got involved in the business. You started your business for a reason. The challenge is that's where the work begins. That's where the learning begins. That's where you kind of find out all that you don't know. You start, you took a look at your opportunity. You saw your product, amazing product. Saw the money-making opportunity. Oh my gosh, I'm going to make so much money in this. And then you go out and talk to some friends and family, and you get hit by some big water balloons right in the face. And you're like, whoa, why don't people see what I saw? I was shocked. I was literally shocked when 184 out of my first 200 people I talked to about my business with Legal Shield told me no. Some of them weren't even polite enough to say no. They were like rude about it. That's stupid. You're stupid. A few of those. I don't want to exaggerate. I don't have that many ignoramuses that are in my life, but you come across a few. But 16 said yes. And from the 16 that said yes, there's only a few that remain. But those 16 were a starting point of the team I was starting to develop. And some of those people led me to some people who led me to some people who led me to some people. And I tap rooted through all those folks and eventually find a leader that sticks around and builds. So the team that got you where you are today is not going to be the team that takes you where you're trying to go. Now, I'm not saying that you disregard them or cast them off. They do that. They self-select. So you've got to recruit a bunch to find the few who will go out and sign up the masses. And if I ever find that you're staring at me and I don't see you looking down, typing or writing, I'll just jump out there and say, hey, that's a good note to take. Okay. And Jim Rohn used to do that a little bit. So that I would write that one down. You got to recruit a bunch to find the few who are going to go out and sign up the masses. You're not going to sign up the masses. I'm not going to sign up the masses, but we're going to go out and sign up a bunch. And then from that bunch, 1 out of 50 may actually do something real. 1 out of 500 might be a really great leader on your team. And you might be saying, oh my, are you kidding? I got to recruit 500 people to get a real leader. Okay. Yeah. You don't have to recruit to 500. If you recruit 5 and really work with those people and help them over time recruit 5, and then you help those 25 over time recruit 5, and you help those 125 over time recruit 5. Again, it's not going to work out exactly like that. You might need to recruit 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 yourself to go get that cascade effect to actually occur. But once you get about 500 people on your team, you're going to find somebody that's a real leader, assuming that you lean in, plug them in, develop them. And look, heck, you might say, well, I wish I could just find 4 or 5 of me. Well, depending on who you are. If 4 or 5 people that are doing nothing is going to still be nothing. If you're like, well, I'm really consistent and I build my business every day, well, go get 4 or 5 of you and you are on a great path. I'm not saying you're signing people up every day. We can't set expectations on results. Divorce yourself from the results. Yeah, you want them. That's what you're after. But what you need to focus on is activity. If you are trying to always improve and get better and you're doing daily activity, that's all you can control. And that's all you need to worry about, right? Now, I don't want this to be one long diatribe and I'm just sitting here talking your ear off and you guys are here for a reason. You want me to share with you different ways or a way to find new prospects. Because if you're anything like me, after you went through your warm market 2 or 3 times, And by the way, 2 or 3 times. I'm not saying some people go through their warm market. They say they've gone through it and they're full of shit. Okay. They have 200 people on their list. They went through 14 of them and like, I went through it. No, you got 14 no's. The other 186, you're just thinking they're all going to say the same thing. So now you're ready to go find strangers because you don't want to embarrass yourself talking to people that you know that are going to tell you that you're ridiculous. When in reality, that 18th person or the 52nd person on that list of 200 was ready to be a superstar on your team, but you threw the baby out with the bathwater. That's what you did. So when I say after you've gone through your warm market 2 or 3 times, that does not mean you're done with your warm market, because it takes 5 to 7 times to really break through to somebody. You guys catch that? It takes 5 to 7 times to finally break through their thick skull, to get them to open up their door of receptivity and actually hear what you were saying from exposure number 1. So when I say after you've gone through your warm market 2 or 3 times, I'm simply saying at that point, it's time to do some cold market and circle back from time to time to your warm market. You know, the one thing I see people do a lot is they focus on the same handful of warm market people and they beat the heck out of them. Like they're so desperate. Like, I need these 7, and they keep on talking to the same 7 people. Juliana, you know what I'm talking about. I see your smirk. You're probably like, yeah, I did it, or I watch everybody else do it. Look, we all do that because we think we get sold on potential. Let's say Tim Leonard and I, let's say we're old friends and he's such a sharp guy and everybody likes him. When he walks into a room, everybody likes to hang out with him and smoke a cigar. And I fall into the potential of what he could be in my business. And I get so hung up on Tim that I forget that there's 330 million people in America that need my opportunity. And I'm so stuck on, I got to get Tim. If I don't get Tim, I'm busted. I'm broke. I'm bankrupt. But we got to move on. Okay. Circle back to Tim later on. Go back to Tim later on when you signed up some strangers and you've made some money, and say, hey, Tim, you've been ignoring me, but let me tell you what's happened to my business and how great you could do with what I just did. Well, I can show you how I did it. Now he's listening, when before you had no results yet to speak of, and he wasn't listening because of that. So what I love about tonight, we're going to be talking about calling leads. Now, some of you guys may not believe in leads. I have heard from a number of network marketing team builders out there in different companies that are like, I don't want my people to, they tell their people, I don't want you working leads. My serfs, listen to me. I am talking to you from my tower and I want you to never work a lead. Well, they may never have had to work leads because maybe they got some really great traction early on and they've got some great team members that became leaders and they've been really cranking a warm market and they've got some good momentum there. And they've got other ways they teach. Maybe they teach social media. Maybe they teach, 3-foot rule or whatever the case is. Maybe they don't want you to spend money to buy a lead. Okay, I've heard that over the years a few times. It's not often said, but I've heard it a few times. For me, my mentor, who I learned a heck of a lot from, he actually introduced me to leads. A company called Cutting Edge Media that's not around anymore, but that's the company I used to buy my leads from. And I would buy opportunity seeker leads, people that went online, that answered an ad about making money from home. They become a lead and you buy those lists of leads. You can buy them as they come in one at a time, real time, or you can buy a list of 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 of them. And you know what was really awesome for me? My confidence. Now, by the way, can you guys tell I'm pretty confident? Hopefully I don't come across cocky. I never want to come across cocky. I want to be confident. I want to have some humor. I want to be enjoyable to listen to. So, so I might come across certain ways, when I'm doing a training or whatever, but I feel like I'm confident. I also feel like my posture is pretty strong. And the reason why is because I've gotten results. But even before the results, I found that my confidence and posture were really strong because if I'm looking, I see Juan right there, sitting there with his Beacon shirt on. So I see Juan, and if Juan was a prospect of mine and he was one of my 7 that I was just so dead set on, I got to recruit Juan. I'm desperate. He knows it. I know it. His dog knows it. His wife knows it. He might not even be married, but his future wife knows it. I mean, like, everybody knows how desperate Brian is because I keep on beating Juan up over the head about my opportunity. And because I come across like that, I'm in a people attraction business, I'm repelling people. Juan doesn't want anything to do with a guy who's desperate. See, in this arena, guys, people are making a decision, not just to buy a product. We're trying to get them to start a business and partner with us. Like, we are going to be their sponsor. We're going to be a mentor to them. And if we're coming across like, oh my God, if you don't sign up right now, I can't pay my light bill. My electricity is going to turn off. So please sign up. Okay, I understand that you want to appeal to their sense of decency to help you out and join your business, be it to help you with your goals and what you need them to sign up for. But that's not a really good methodology, because nobody's going to want to do that. They might say, hey, give me your address. I'll start you a GoFundMe. Let's get you a pity account on GoFundMe. Let's get you some money. But I'm not partnering in business with you. You sound desperate. So my posture and confidence is always high, because I could buy a list of 100 leads. And if I talk to Dot, and Dot's like, go fly a kite. Next, Giuliano, take a long walk. Oh, we'll take a long walk on a shore pier. Thank you. Juan, hey, I don't like you. Go away. Okay, cool. Chip Tom, you don't like me either. Okay. Hey, Dana Sweet. All right, you're not interested. All right, no big deal. And I'm going to just keep going down the list. And when I talk about in my Building an Empire book, Don't Drag Your Past Forward is the name of a chapter. And the reason why I had to write that chapter is because if the last 10 prospects you talked to rained on your parade, they just brought you down, then the 11th prospect could have been a great one. But you know, your ability to go from no to no without losing enthusiasm is everything. Your ability to go from no to no without losing your enthusiasm. And same thing with people you sign up. You recruit 10 people and none of them do anything. None of them fast track qualify, or whatever your initial thing is in your company. They don't have any success. Well, guess what? The next person that you try to recruit, or that you do recruit, you're dragging your past forward, and you're projecting your expectation of failure on that next person, because the last 10 people let you down. They didn't do anything like they said they were going to do. So they bum you out, and you make that next person basically fulfill that same prophecy, right? So don't let that happen. So again, my sales pitch to you, and by the way, I'm not trying to sell you leads. I don't own the lead company. No, they do compensate me. I want to be up front and clear. Like, the leads that I get, I don't pay for them ever anymore because I do a live lead dial like this once in a while. They're like, hey, we're going to funnel you free leads and compensate you. So I don't pay for leads anymore. I do one of these, and they give me 20 or 30 free leads. That's a good, depending on the lead, that's, $60, $100 worth of leads. That's pretty cool. More importantly, it's not even about compensation. I want you guys that are my followers. And by the way, it sounds really weird. I know Instagram people are like, oh, my followers, my people. I don't look at it. Please don't take it that way. I'm not the, Pied Piper, and you guys are like these minions or anything. I don't know how else to say it, but all my friends inside of my community that we're creating here, if I can say it better like that, I want you guys to win. So if I can help you better confidence, better posture, give you more people to talk to, you're going to come across better with each of those conversations, and you're going to be more successful in recruiting some people. And the last thing before I actually start doing some dials, okay, so you can hear what I say and how I say it. And by the way, I'm probably better than some people because I just have done a lot of it, but you're going to still hear me stumble, fumble. I'll get hung up on. Last week, I got hung up on by 2 people. Damn those people. No, I'm just kidding. But it saves quitters. It saves quitters. Well, here's what I mean. Carol Robbins, let's say, for example, I see Carol on there. Let's say Carol is a part of my team, and she ghosts me. Like, we haven't talked in weeks or months, and I know she wanted to have a great success in the business, but she's just kind of fallen by the wayside. You know what I know, just out of experience for 23 years doing this full time and working with tens of thousands of people? She probably got either some rejection that caused her to lose steam and she just kind of lost belief, or she ran out of prospects and she's like, I have nobody else to talk to, and I'm not really sure how to bring it up with a stranger or find people. So, people just drift away. So here's what I would do with Carol. I'd call Carol up. Hey, Carol, it's Brian. Hey, it's been a long time, and I know you're really busy on stuff. I don't ever want to embarrass anybody, by the way. So I would say something like to Carol, hey, look, I know things are super busy with everything going on. And I apologize for not picking up the phone and giving you a call before now, because we've both been obviously pretty slammed. But I was just thinking about you because in our last conversation, like a couple months ago, you shared with me your why and how important your kids, getting more time with your kids. And that's why you wanted to really succeed in your business. And so I just had a really big idea I wanted to share with you. You may have talked to some of your warm market, maybe some of your family members or some of your friends or colleagues. And if they didn't sign up, maybe you kind of lost a little interest. Well, I've got a way that you can actually introduce our opportunity to some people that just asked for information about an opportunity like ours. Like people that just filled out a form online and said, I want to make money from home. Show me what you've got. Would it be a little bit refreshing to be able to talk to people like that and share our opportunity with them? So you're not beating up friends and family, but you can actually talk to a stranger that's raised their hand and said, hey, I'm interested. And then Carol's going to perk up. She's like, oh, yeah, where do we find people like that? And then I can introduce her to, hey, here's one of the ways I found to do it. We can actually just go buy a list of a certain kind of lead, and you can contact those people and share the opportunity with them. I mean, I can save her from completely quitting the business because people do quit the business based on their lack of interest from their friends and family. Now, I believe if you really believe in the value of your product and or your opportunity, you should be sharing it with your friends and family. Never shy away from your warm market, but you also can work in cold market. So now let me share with you a screen share so you can see the source of where I'm getting these leads. And I do everything. See how fast I got to that website? I do everything text replacement. I just typed in ISL. I've already got a program to go to instantsuccessleads.net. Okay. Don't need to type in ISL because you haven't programmed it. So it won't do that for you. But anyway, I'm all about saving time. So instantsuccessleads.net. I would encourage you guys to write it down. Whether you're excited about doing this or not, at least you have it as a resource. Put it in your back pocket for later if you want. But this is where I buy my leads from. The guys that started this company were the guys that used to be at Cutting Edge Media. So I've been using this company for 23 years. These guys, two different companies, same guys. And I've used other lead sources. None of them were ever any better. Okay, they didn't beat the price. Actually, I found a few that tried to beat the price, but it was actually their customer service was bad, and the leads weren't as good as these. But most importantly, it comes down to they're reliable. And if you've got some issues, you can contact these guys and they can replace some leads if you got a bad batch or something like that. But at the end of the day, there are several different kinds of leads that you can choose from. All of them have answered an ad saying they want to start some kind of a home-based business to make some money from home. Now, I'm going to also share with you guys a few. There's a special promotion that was supposed to end by today. They've extended it. So before you go to bed tonight, you can still take advantage of this. They put this in place, and I promoted it last week. But I wanted to do one more live dial for all of you guys tonight outside of just my team. My team bought up a lot of leads, by the way. Write down instantsuccessleads.net and then write down this coupon code, FIRE, F-I-R-E, LIT, L-I-T, and the number 50, FIRE LIT 50. And I'm going to give you some lead types that you want to write down. And for any order of these particular leads, you'll get 50% more for free on the order. So if you buy 50 leads, you'll get 75. You buy 100, you get 150. Pretty insane deal. They've done promos before, but not 50% extra leads for free. So here's the lead types. Live local premium. So write these down fast. Live local premium, which is this one. And then live premium female, which is this one in blue. Live premium female. So if you want to recruit some females, maybe you're a woman who is creating a team of all empowered women. That's what you want to focus on. That's your tribe that you're building. Well, guess what? You can go get just female leads. That's pretty awesome, especially for some companies that are really, really focused on females. And then there's another one, live premium, just regular live premium leads, which is this one, and then live local home job. Live local home job. These are people that are looking for a job from home, which you can easily, well, I don't want to preface by easily, you can convert them to a business opportunity. They are cheaper because it's a lot easier for the company to advertise and get people to submit their info to get a job from home than starting a business from home. Okay. And then you've got the last one here, live home job. So live home job, and then also live local home job. Live local home job is area code specific. Live local premium and live local home job. Area code meaning, let's say Dot lives in Arizona and she's like, I want to build locally here. I want to find some prospects I can recruit and I can go have coffee with and I can build a team and have fun adventures with. Well, guess what? She just go in and she can put in 928 area code in Arizona. Or maybe Ron Evans is in Chicago and he's like, all right, I'm going to put in 618, right? Or 847. If you're in Maryland, put in 301, 240, 410, 443. Now, how do I know all these area codes? Because I've been making phone calls for 25 years. I don't think you're going to come up with an area code unless it just came out in the last 90 days. I know just about every area code. Okay, that's, yeah, bravo to me, great. Okay, so those are the ones you get 50% more for free. And then one more coupon code, write this one down. And this is FireLit25. On that one, it applies to live redirect leads. Live redirect. What is a redirect? It's somebody who puts their information into the ad, meaning, hey, here's my contact info. I want to make money. And then the system automatically directs them to your website. Now, it might go right to a website, or maybe you've got a capture page. Like for me, I've got a capture page. I have them go to a specific web landing page. I got a short little video on it and some fields for them to put in their name, email, and phone and submit asking for more information. I love that because I didn't need that because the lead already got generated. I already had their contact information from Instant Success Leads. But when it automatically redirects to my website, my capture page, and they submit a request for info there, it validates the fact that they had recently just asked for info. Now they're asking again. That's a good sign. But I also have my system set up where it automatically goes into my contact management app. So now they're in my contact list and I have them going right into an email drip campaign. So the first email is going to have a welcome message and a video they can watch, and they're going to have another and another and another. And over the course of the next 12 months, they're going to keep on getting emails from me automatically while I'm sleeping. That's pretty cool. Now, if you don't have a lead capture page, you want to get one. Now, everybody in my company has one through our prospect app. Okay, they might not know about it, might not be using it, but in your company, if you don't have one, get with your upline leadership and say, hey, I met this really handsome, sharp guy, Brian, and he says we need this. You like that, Dot? But say, hey, look, I want a lead capture page. And Ron, come on, give me some love. Don't shake your head too much at me. But we need a lead capture page, and we needed to go right into a campaign, so that way we can automate this process somewhat. Now, never let a campaign be your weakness. Sometimes networkers think, oh, well, I've got so much stuff automated that I don't need to make phone calls anymore. That's a mistake. You still want to make the phone calls. You still need to reach out and connect with people. So that is Instant Success Leads. That's where I get my leads from. Okay. Now that having all been said, let me close out a couple screens here. Let me stop the share. Come back to you guys here. I just got to get all this stuff out of my face. All right. So I'm going to start making some dials. How about that? 25 minutes in and I've been just talking at you. All right. So now it's time for me to make some calls. Let me preface this by saying I've had some nights where I got several good contacts. I've had some nights where I spend an hour making phone calls and I strike out. but it doesn't bother me that much, other than I wish I had some success, because I've got more leads that are going to come in the next day. With instant success leads, you never have to be run out of leads. You never have to be overwhelmed. What I mean is, if let's say you buy a batch of 100 leads, what I don't want you to do is go take all those leads all at once. Especially if you're paying a little extra to get live leads and they're being spit out to you real time, you don't want to let them go cold. You're paying a little premium so that you can call them right away while it's still fresh on their brain that, yes, I want to make money from home. So if you buy 100 live leads and they start kind of coming in like 10, 20, 30 a day, you're gonna be like, whoa, I mean, you get home from work and you're just doing this in the evening times and they're already cold by then. So you can actually schedule how many leads you want to come in each day. So it might be 5 a day. And that's a good number, by the way, 5 a day. I'm like, I can handle more. Well, you can handle more the first day, but the second day you got 5 new ones coming in. You got follow-ups from the previous day. So don't overwhelm yourself and forget that the tail of new exposure is going to keep on mounting up the need for follow-up calls. So don't buy too many leads. I would say start off with 50 maybe for the next 30 days and do 5 a day. And then you're going to start, after 10 days, you've got your 50. And then now you're in massive follow-up mode, and then have another batch of leads that maybe you order. And if you order on auto ship, which I know a lot of companies are all about auto ship and network marketing, if you auto ship it where you do like 50 leads every month automatically, which you can cancel anytime, but setting it up that way, you get an extra 10% free leads every month just for setting up on auto ship. Again, you can cancel at any time. So if you're doing any leads, you always just get on the auto ship. So it just comes in monthly. Here, by the way, with that, I'm going to teach you guys something really valuable here. This is massive. And I didn't say this on last week's call with my team. I regret missing this point. When my team had the biggest amount of momentum in our team's history in 23 years, this is years ago. We're not in the same kind of momentum now, even though we're doing fine. Our team got to 6,000 recruits a month, not customers, 20,000 customers a month, new customers a month. My team was signing up. Matter of fact, 24,000, our biggest month, 24,000, 6,000 recruits a month. Nobody was doing that. Some companies might have been doing that, but no team. The way we did that is we had a DVD. And our job, our goal, our method of operation was get this DVD into a prospect's hands. And so what we did was we automated it. It was just, it was a standard practice. We made it habit because we would get people, Video Plus was a vendor that we bought our tools from. And they created for us an auto ship program where you bought 100 DVDs a month for $120, and it just came to your doorstep. And if you got roughly 2 of those out every day, okay, you pretty much got through a bulk of them. 2 a day is 60. So people are doing a little bit more. Roughly 3 a day. But you knew that you got another box coming next month. So it forced our team members to go out there and make 2 to 3 exposures every day. And some of them were doing even 5 a day because they knew that they wanted to crank through them. So they're waiting for the next box. And because of that, our team, look, when the DVD came out, the DVD was really powerful. We went from 1,000 to 2,000 recruits a month. When we went on auto ship and everybody was automatically doing 100 a month, we went to 6,000. We tripled from 2,000 to 6,000 recruits a month. Major lesson to be gained from just understanding what happened there. So if you go on auto ship for leads and we got more leads coming and you're paying good money for them, so you're going to work the leads and then you get your team to go on auto ship and they've got a constant automatic flow of prospects they're talking to, man, the auto ship program, unsung hero in this whole lead thing we're talking about here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually start making dials. And the first one I'm going to call, I've got 3 that I got today that are live interviewed leads. And the live interviewed lead, it tells you who the call center agent was that they spoke with. That person verified that they legit want to start a business from home. They asked them a couple questions. How much time you want to spend on the business? How much you want to make per month? So they might be like, hey, 20 hours. I want to make $2,000 to $4,000 a month. If you found the right home-based business, would you have at least $100 to invest? They say yes. So I'm looking at one right now who actually those are our answers. So I'm going to call and I'm going to actually have a conversation. You guys can just quietly listen in and we'll see how it goes. All right. And you'll see exactly what I say when I do this. Just let me know you guys can hear that. Okay, cool.
Hello. Speaking.
It's Brian Carruthers. We haven't spoken yet. I apologize. It's taken me all day to get back to you. You spoke with my assistant, Danny, earlier today?
Yes.
Yeah, and he said that he asked me to get back to you before the night was over. So just apologize again. But you said that you were interested in our work from home program and you wanted to make an extra $2,000 a month.
Yes, correct.
Okay, perfect. And what do you do for work now?
Listen, I just going to school.
Oh, you're just going to school? Okay, gotcha. All right, it sounds like you've got some kids?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Well, let me tell you real quickly, I'll get some information over to you so you can evaluate, what our company's all about and see if it's a good fit for you. But my quick story, I was working pretty insane hours in my real estate career as a real estate agent. And, for me, I got married and got 3 kids. I couldn't keep on working those hours anymore. I didn't want to be missing my kids growing up. It was really upsetting me emotionally, knowing how much time I would spend away from my kids. So when I heard about this company and how I could work from home and set my own hours and create the kind of income while I was able to be at home, it was a lifesaver for me. Is that something that you're looking for yourself?
Yes, sir.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great. So here's what we'll do. I've got a short video that explains all about what we do, the 3 different ways that you get paid, and how you can actually, work it into your current schedule. If I send it over to you, when do you think you can take about 20 minutes to watch it?
Tonight.
Okay, super. And you're in Georgia, so you're Eastern time. Well, what time do you think you can watch it?
Tonight, in the next hour. It's 8:33 now, so in the next hour, you can watch it.
Okay, perfect. So if you watch it, I'm just going to try to plan my evening. So probably around 9:15 or so, you'll be done watching it for sure.
Yes, sir. Okay,
perfect. That sounds great. What I'll do is when we hang up, I will send you over a text message. Can you take text to this number?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, I'll text you the link. You can watch the video. My name is Brian Carruthers again. And once you're done watching it, just shoot me back a text. Just let me know you're all set, and we'll jump on, and I can answer any questions and go from there.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right. Now, last week when I did this, you guys, come on, a little clapping, a little something. See, last week when I did this on Thursday, I went through 9 people. I either got no answers or I got 2 hangups. One dude, and if you're on that one as well, you probably remember I was totally messing with the guy. And sometimes I will mess with people. I'm not rude, but I like to mess with people because I like to keep my morale up. I want to be, can you guys tell I was kind of upbeat and happy on the phone? I was enjoying the conversation. I was not trying to be interesting. I was trying to be interested in her, asking about her. What do? You have kids. I wanted to find out a little bit about her so I can craft my story about my situation so she can relate to it. Talk about how working a lot of these hours, not being able to be with my kids as much. I knew any mom or dad can totally get that, right? So, I mean, you just walk the conversation to where they are. So now, before we go into the next one, again, here's how we do this. I'm going to go ahead and stick her in my app. If you don't have an app, then you just do this, with pen and paper or whatever you do. But let me go ahead and stick her in here. Got thumbs. Sorry about that. I'm going to share with you something interesting about what I just did in a second too. Stick her email address in here too. I need to have her go into my campaign. And by the way, I put people into an email campaign only after I've sent them the text that I promised them. And I see where that goes. So I won't put her into an email campaign tonight. Because if I do, it might mess up her going to watch the one video I'm trying to send to her by text tonight. Okay. Tomorrow, if she hasn't signed up, I'm putting her right in that campaign. I'm gonna let that thing do its job. Okay. Lead, continue, done. And let me just send her, not yet. Send her an email. I'm sorry, a text. This really does not take long to send a resource, but I just got to do this before I forget and while she's waiting on it. All right, done. Okay. So what I just did in that first dial, it's not always the case. Sometimes I got to call 3, 4, 5 people to finally get somebody live. And I might have to talk to a couple of people live to get one person says, hey, yeah, I am interested. Because she might have said, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't interested in that. I thought I was filling out a form and being entered into a drawing and I was going to win the lottery. Who knows? But here's the thing. What just happened, it took me a couple minutes to make that exposure and have that conversation. Do you all understand that the typical network marketer is not doing that for the entire day? For the entire day. The typical full-time network marketer is not getting a new exposure every day. They might be thinking about their business. They might be talking about their business. They might be talking to their team members and trying to coach people and hey, you guys go out and do what I should be doing, but I'm not doing, but I want you guys to go out and make me money. That's what typically happens. It does not take much at all for you to be a top performer in your company. If you just do what I just did every day for 20 minutes. All right, so that's one. Let me go ahead and bring the next lead up here in the email. And this one is another one of the 3 live interview leads. Let me go ahead and make this dial happen. You guys hear that okay? Cool.
Who's calling?
Yes, who is it?
Hey, it's Brian. We haven't spoken yet, but you spoke with my assistant, Jim, earlier today.
Yes.
Yeah, you actually were asking for some information about our company and our work from home program. And Jim said that you wanted to make $4 grand a month and you had about 15 to 20 hours a week that you can put into the business.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm the guy who you need to speak to. I've got the information for you. Real quickly, what do you do for work now?
Nothing.
Well, I'm going to say nothing because pretty much my hours right now are to figure everybody else's situation.
Yeah, I know things have changed for a lot of folks. What did you do before?
Well, I was a federal employee, which I did a whole bunch of things. I was in Germany for some years. I spent some time in Prague.
Oh, Prague.
Spent some time.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful place. I didn't stay as long as I wanted to, but it was right after the wall was knocked down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I've dug foxholes, driven tanks. I've done it all.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome, but I wasn't military.
Well, you're digging foxholes without being a military?
Yeah. My job, I was a test analyst, so I did testing and things like that on the military equipment.
I got you.
Some track pads, those track pads are heavy.
I'd still feel safe walking down the street with you, though. That's awesome. Well, hey, I don't want to take a lot of your evening. Jim sent me an email earlier today, and I just got my kids fed and put to bed. So I wanted to follow up before the night got away. He thought you were, super sharp, and thought you'd be, great with our company. So I'll share with you my 20-second story. I was a real estate agent, and I was working insane hours, 7 days a week, like all day long. And I know what it's like to tell my friends I can't hang out, not seeing my family. It was really driving me crazy, the kind of hours. And so when I heard about this company and how I could, build something on the side from home, and create my own schedule and so forth, and scale up my income to whatever I wanted, I was pretty excited about it. And that's exactly what's happened. I've been with the company for years now. And my wife and I are at home every day with our 3 boys because of this company. And we control our time, our schedule, we get to travel and all that. So it's been a godsend to us. But we've got a short 20-minute Zoom that we actually did a presentation and we recorded it. So we've got a 20-minute video. If I sent that over to you, would you be able to watch it tonight?
Sure.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is when we hang up, can you take a text to this number? Is this a cell phone?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll text you over the link so you can actually just watch it right on your device. What time do you think you can watch it?
I can watch it now.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So I'll shoot it over to you. So it'll be there by 1:15. And so just a little after the top of the hour, at probably 9:05, it sounds like you'll be for sure done.
What time?
Probably 9. Let's just call it 9:10. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, perfect.
I was tickled when you said you had got all your kids to bed and whatever.
Yeah.
I have one. My grandson, he is 14 and he's 5'10" and he's 320 pounds. Yeah.
Wow.
So feeding him, you should have seen when he's only in 9th grade, so the coaches when they saw him show up at the school because he had been homeschooled, but he wanted to try going to regular school.
Yeah, wow.
So they saw him and their faces lit up. I says, oh my goodness. About it is, he doesn't even like football. He doesn't like playing football.
Well, if he wants a friend, I don't need you to walk down the street. I'm hanging out with your grandson.
What? I told my grandson he can't handle me yet. He can't. I take him on the basketball court every now and then and beat him. And his friends say, oh man, your grandma beat you? And then he'll say, I'm not coming out here with you no more. I said, why not? I said, your daddy got beat too.
Oh my gosh. You guys are a trip. Well, why don't we do this? I'll shoot you over the video. Just go ahead and text me back when you're done. We'll jump back on the phone. I have some questions I can answer for you. And the most important thing about what we do, I mean, we get paid 3 different ways. You know, we get to empower people is what our company does. And so when you take a look at it, I think you'll be pretty excited about it. And frankly, you know, somebody with a good personality like yours, I think you can do so well in our company.
I have a question.
Yep.
How much money do I have to have?
Only $400,000.
Hey, well, just let me go ahead and send that.
I'm just kidding with you. You don't. No, you don't need money for that. So yeah, it'll explain how you get things set up and we can get you going.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's great to chat with you. I'll shoot it over to you here in a second.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
You're gonna call me back?
You're gonna text me. I'm glad you asked. You're gonna text me back as soon as you're done the video.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye. I got a new friend, man. I want to ball with her. I want to see if I can take grandma on the basketball court. I wouldn't let any of y'all be there because she'd probably take me. So I'd have to lie about it later, but that was fun. All right. So let me throw her into the app. I'm having fun tonight. This is 2 for 2. That was fun. All right. Let me put her in here. I want her on my team. And look, some of y'all are writing her off. Hey, what do? I don't do nothing. Here's another one of them couch potatoes. Y'all are writing both of my prospects off. Every dud knows a stud. So somebody might be a dud. Like they might not really be a motivated person, but they know motivated people. If I'm a good networker, I'm going to network through people to find who they know who is motivated, right? Now, this one could be a sleeper. I mean, she's a pistol right there. All right, so 1 second here. Let me throw her information in. Based on her email, I know how old she is. At least people create their email address with their birthdays in it. All right, so here we go. She was a lead. Put it in my app here. And I'm sending her a resource. Send resource. Opportunity. Presentation. Private business overview. All right, done. So here's the thing. 2 for 2, that was easy, but forget that stat. It's a matter of, it could have taken me an hour to get 2 conversations to happen. And they might not have been pleasant like those 2 were. Sometimes you're just whatever. But look, you get 2 of those a night, you're unstoppable. Let me tell you something, you're unstoppable if you get 2 of those a night. Now you might go 20 nights of two a night. You might go through 40 leads and still not convert anybody. And then that when you get to that point, you're like, I knew Brian was full of shit. I mean, it sounds all good and everything, but where are the results? Understand, you can't be so bad, and your opportunity, whatever company you're in, cannot be so bad that you keep on doing that and not recruit people. It's just not fathomable. It can't happen. What typically happens is you get nowhere and then you quit, or you get some people that are saying they're going to watch a video, but they don't, and then you quit. Or you get them to watch a video, but then they're not interested and you quit. I mean, there's always these break points, and you got to figure out where your break points are and then solve for those. And at the end of the day, it's always, you just got to keep going. Did I look forward to doing this thing with you all tonight? Heck no. I'm having fun with y'all. I'm gonna have fun with whatever we're doing. Okay. But would I rather be on the couch right now with a remote control, watching some TV? Yeah, I'd just be real. Yeah, I would. I'd rather be doing that. I've never, ever really loved prospecting. I've never loved reading books, but I read because I like what I get from reading books. I've never liked going to the gym and lifting weights. Some people like that. I don't get off on that. I don't like going to the gym, but I work out. That's if I got that bad boy. But guess what? I don't like doing it. I like what I get, but I don't like doing it. I've never loved doing the network marketing stuff, but I've made 25 million from doing it. So I'm willing to do it. So don't wait until you feel like making the calls. You got to do the calls. You got to do what you need to do to get the results that you want. Okay. Don't wait until you enjoy it. Oh, it's not in my comfort zone. When I get comfortable, no, you're never going to get comfortable. You'll get a little less uncomfortable, but you never get really comfortable, in my opinion. Now, I might be wrong. I mean, you guys might be comfortable, but then you should be doing this training. All right. So there's the next one. Frankly, maybe I'll do one more. I want to find one that actually hangs up on me. Hold on. Let's see if I can find one that's going to be rude or something. Because right now you're like, oh, those 2, they were set up. You coach those people. Okay. So let me find one that maybe is going to be like a total dipstick to me. And let's see here. This is one from a few days ago. Now, by the way, when you get a live lead, this is a live redirect from last week, from Thursday. It's cooled off by now. So it's likely I'm not going to have as good of a response, but I'm going to go ahead and try. So let me see what time it is. All right. So it's still good on the East Coast. So I can call this one in North Carolina. Let's see here. Not much longer. Wow, we got 250 people on. This is awesome. Hello, what's up there? It's Brian Carruthers. We haven't met yet, but last Thursday, you actually had shot a request into our company on our website looking for a project to be able to work from home. And I apologize it's taken me this long to get back to you. We've had such a massive number of people that have been inquiring, especially with everything going on out there. People want to work from home. Are you still looking?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good. Tell me, what do you do now?
Right now, I am an assistant building manager at Harris Teeter.
Oh, I love that store.
Yeah, I did too. So, and I've been doing that for like 9.5 years. I've also previously worked at Food Lion for like 12.5 years. So I've been in the business retail for quite some time.
So you probably know what every aisle everything is on.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, so what is it that you're looking for now? You're looking to something on the side, or looking to maybe get out of that and just do something completely different?
Well, something on the side, as in right now.
Right.
And it is my overall goal is to come out from Harris Teeter and to work from home. And be it that my sister, she passed away about 4 years ago, and she left behind some boys, but the smallest one needs care, and from the oldest being like 25 down to the youngest, the older guys out there doing this thing, but I was like, okay, sooner or later, I feel like I'm going to have to, work from home.
Yeah.
So I can get the smaller guy in, so I can give him the extra attention there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and really, looking to use, to even hypen up my skills with the with computers as well. I have a business administration certification, and I want to grow in that area, more so, than just out there and with the manual labor.
Yeah, understand.
So I'm really looking for something like part-time, something, not like an extreme high level, right at the data entry level right there. And I'm not asking for much, but more so I just want to, like I say, get my skills, up there.
Yep.
And
You're singing my song. Sorry to cut you off there, but I'm going to finish your lyrics for you. I actually, my story real quick, I was a real estate agent. And if you know anything about that, you get paid when you sell a house. And if you don't sell a house, you don't get paid. And I was living check to check for years. I was working 7 days a week, grinding it out to do that. Got married and have kids and with 3 boys. And I found myself like, I can't be working 7 days a week. I know what it's like to put the fork down at dinner to go take a call to put out a fire. So I didn't lose a deal. So we didn't lose any income. And that's stressful, if you can probably imagine. And so when I learned about this company and they had a program to be able to do it on the side where I could build up a passive residual cash flow that would come in even if I wasn't working, I couldn't unsee what I saw. I had to get involved with the company. And let me tell you, it's been a godsend. My wife and I are now full-time stay-at-home parents. We've got 3 boys, 15, 4, and 2. By the way, I'm 50 with a 2-year-old. So say a prayer for me, if you will, before you go to bed. But anyway, it's been such a godsend, being able to be here with them, and it's because of this company. And so if I sound like exactly what you're looking for, if I sent you a short video, it's about 20 minutes long, that goes through all the details about who we are, what we do, and the 3 ways that the company pays you, would you be able to watch that tonight?
yes, I will.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll text it. Is this your cell phone? You take text to this number?
Yes, this is my cell phone. I'll take the text.
Okay, so I'll text you over a link to the video. And it's about almost 9 now. So around probably 9, let's just call it 9:30, you'll be done watching it for sure.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, I'll go ahead and shoot the text over to you. Again, my name is Brian Carruthers. I'll put my name in the text as well. And then just when you're done, just shoot me a text back and we can revisit again if you have any questions and see if it's a good fit for you, which it sounds like it'd be perfect for you. So we'll see after you watch it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to meet you. Talk to you in a little bit.
All right, yes, sir.
Bye-bye. All right, I failed. I'm sorry. I was trying to get somebody to hang up or at least be rude or just be, blasé about it. 3 for 3. I've done live dial sessions for years. I've never had 3 for 3 ever. I feel like Juan Soto. If you don't know who Juan Soto is, he's a great baseball player. So anyway, I got to get her this link. So here's what I'm going to do though. I'm going to wrap. I'm going to wrap here real quick. And then I'm going to send her the video that I promised her. Let me just say that what I just did, getting 3 exposures inside of an hour. Okay. People aren't doing that. And look, here's the thing. Let's say it takes you longer. It shouldn't, by the way, because I spent most of my time talking to you guys. I only made 3 dials. You can make 3 dials, even with those elongated conversations. And there's 2 different ways you can do this. On and off the phone, on and off. Hey, Pam, hey, it's Brian Carruthers. You asked for information. If I send it over to you, will you watch it? Okay, I'll send it over to you. Let's talk in about 20 minutes. And now you see what I did tonight, by the way. I asked, what time are you going to watch it? They say when. And I say, and I'm calculating about 20, 25 minutes later. So you'll be done for sure at 9:20. Yes. Okay, perfect. Text me back. Now, I already know her number. And if I don't get a text back from her by around 9:30, I'm calling her. I'm not just going to say, well, she didn't text me, I guess she's not interested. No, that's weak. That's horrible. You follow back up if they don't do what they said they were going to do. But I put a little test out there to see if they will honor their word and get back to me. I don't judge them for it because who knows? I mean, their kid might have fallen out of bed. They might have dinner burning on the stove. Who knows? Okay, so I don't judge it, but I just like to play the little game. So that's a little bit of that. But I do want you guys to completely understand that tonight is not the norm. So when you don't get 3 for 3 and you don't get 3 cheerful people, that you don't say, well, this isn't for me. Okay. This was fun getting 3 that were easy like that. Now, hey, look, I'm pretty good at what I do. I'm not saying I'm automatically going to recruit any of these 3. I might still go 0 for 3. Who knows? And it might be like one of them signs up after the video tonight. Do a 3-way call, get somebody on my team to do a 3-way for me because I don't have an upline anymore. I haven't had for 20 years, but get somebody to do a 3-way call and close it for me. If I can't get anybody, I'll try to close it myself, which is the second best. And then I'll put them in my campaign and follow up until they sign up. The only way that somebody gets off my list is if they die, which I don't want them to do, or they sign up. Otherwise, I follow up with them or until they're so rude, I don't want to work with them. Die, sign up, or you're stupid rude and I don't like you. Okay. Then I just say, all right, enough with you. I got many more fish in the sea. So guys, I'm going to let you all, as we wrap up here, so I can get to my evening, get to yours. You can unmute if you have anything you want to say, shout out where you're from, how excited you are about your future. Look, people need our opportunities right now because of the pandemic. People need us now more than ever. So go take your opportunity. We are dealers in hope. Go take it to the world. Show your goodness to everybody you can and have confidence and posture in doing it. Go grab those leads tonight. Use that coupon code if you want to save the money. If you're going to do it, do it. And don't just do it one time. Get on auto ship, give it 6 to 12 months, create a habit, and all of a sudden you'll be unstoppable. Have a great night, guys.
Yay.
Thanks,
Brian.
Brian.
Thank you, brothers.
Brian.
Phoenix.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Miss Crothers.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks,
Brian.
Brian.
You're
Awesome.
Brian.
Brian, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Man, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Great information. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Brian.
sir. Appreciate